Hurry. This way.
Right behind you.
Hey, calm down. Easy. I'm a doctor.
Hey, watch it!
It's all right.
We're here to help.
It's all right. Just everyone stay outside. Stay outside. Hi. It's all right. I'm a doctor. Doctor. You all right?
Hey, patient is male, early
I'm
teens.
gonna check you out. Can you open your eye? Open your eye, please. Open. Can you hold him still?
Symptoms include skin discoloration, severe weight loss. Max!
Check him with the CSF. Hold him steady. Hold him down.
Check his pulse. What? Get out! Run! Let's go! Come on!
Scary man. A very scary man with a very scary smile. He twists his head 1, twice, thrice, and then he pulls. The man's head stretches, but his skin stays the same. The man's smile widens, but his teeth vanish into the darkness. The man's body vanishes, but the victims still show up. A very scary man watches. A very scary man feeds. This is the very scary man, a monster that preys on humans. It is both a predator and a victim, because a very scary man is a fungal growth that mutated to feed on humans. A very scary man will target a group of people and then rapidly mutate its host and drive it berserk, forcing that person to attack whatever living thing around it. It will unlock the natural limiters in the human body, awarding its host superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to completely ignore pain. It will bash its prey to pieces and then feed its body until it's ready to hunt for more. Escaping the creature isn't enough, especially if wounded, because if a person has had skin-on-skin contact with a very scary man, they've been infected. If they get to the hospital and undergo a rapid detox and antifungal treatment, they have a very strong chance of not mutating into a very scary man themselves. But a lot of people don't think to get antifungal treatment. Most get a tetanus shot or treatments for injuries and the more visible wounds, not realizing that every moment brings them an inch closer to letting the fungus bloom inside of them. The first stage that someone has gone horribly wrong is the itching. It starts in the spot where the scary man touched its newest host, and that itching is the fungus making contact with the nervous system. From there, the fungus rapidly spreads its way up the nervous system and makes its way to the brain stem. That's the point where it's over for the victim. It tends to take 5 to 8 hours after initial contact for the fungus to infect the brain. During that time period, the odds for the victim to survive without immediate treatment is getting worse and worse. It doesn't help that the itching is followed by paranoid delusions as the fungus releases various hormones in the bloodstream, causing the person's biochemistry to flood out of control. This makes the victim less likely to believe others or even listen to instructions that will probably save their life. The last stage, as the brain is fully infected, is that the user will feel an otherworldly euphoria as the fungus forces the brain to release the chemicals that cause happiness in very high doses. This is to keep the host sedate and happy as the fungus takes over all motor functions. After that, the infection will start mutating the body because it's not really sentient and doesn't have a proper biological understanding of a human body. It will force the body to burn fat, to overbuild the muscle to the point that the skin can't contain the growths. The bones of the body also revert back to cartilage before rapidly elongating and then calcifying again. Lastly, the host goes blind and deaf, but in return gains a sense similar to a shark. The ability to sense electromagnetic waves. It both lets the scary man locate infected hosts and keep tracking them, even through the dark. As a result of the infection and the mutations, the body is forced through. The internal temperature skyrockets, and this ends up destroying most up-level intelligence, leaving something as smart as a beast. Maybe a bit dumber, because there's very little survival instincts, and as the host doesn't feel pain, there's nothing to deter it from constantly attacking whatever it can. There are protocols, as the scary man isn't the only fungal outbreak threatening to consume humanity, because people like to post everything on social media, and hospitals log their files using the backdoors the agency has in the system. Things can be rapidly responded to. It also aids the agency in that most of the seers employed by the agency are on constant lookout for various events like this. So often when people is infected, an agent is usually not far away to take care of the issue. That is either administering a very powerful antifungal that was developed by agency researchers, or if too late and the victim has entered the euphoria stage, the field agent has to call for a quarantine. In that case, the whole town is locked down and every square inch is doused with antifungals, or if the infection had taken root, burn the town to the ground. Unfortunately, there's no real middle ground, because a very scary man is highly infectious and can survive the toughest conditions in order to infect another host. It'll even affect cats, dogs, and birds as well. Birds are a more worrying danger, as they can fly until the infection takes too much root and spreads it in a new location. It's lucky the fungus can't really operate in biological organisms outside the basic staggered locomotion and potentially running. Flight is way too complicated for it to replicate. So yes, it's the call of the agent to judge how bad the situation is, and in worst case prepare to fully cleanse the town of the fungus. That also means hosts that treatment has failed to work on. Again, no middle ground. If the first couple doses don't show the fungus getting eliminated, the agent is instructed to put a bullet in the brain of the host and promptly remove the body into the nearest incinerator. Because the fungus can't animate a corpse and will rapidly die with host organisms to leach materials off it, the agent also has the authority to eliminate any person that tries to stop them from doing their duty. Yes, afterwards, when the agent has completed their full screening and detoxification, they are to be put on mandatory mental care leave. Such things are hard on the heart, and too many blows like this can cause burnout and end up with agents making mistakes in the field. Such can cost their and many other lives. The alternative is too horrifying to let happen. To let the world be consumed by a very scary man is an outcome we'll do everything to prevent, even if it means the lives of thousands.